baser, the little guy, which I think is down in here. Indeed. Shut up. God, that thing is so horny. Now we're just gonna slather a little bit of cooking olive oil on our tortilla. And this is just so it gets nice and crisp, doesn't get too dry. There's one. You want any herbs? No herbs. Flip it over. I like mine a little more moist, which is why I always brush mine second. So I can catch some of your oil on top of whatever I'm putting on there myself. And I like little herbs. Just a little bit. Probably a little bit more garlic than the other, but that's fine. That's good. And then we flip. And then we'll take our top tortillas off. You want me to scoot yours down a little bit? Do that. Same line. And we break down some provolone. This one's really thin, and these two are like thicker. That one's, I think, the thickest, the one that you got. And this is where the like quesadilla part comes in. Because we break down some cheese on this layer, the bottom crust, if you will. And just like Sargento, we are real cheese people, so we like cheese. So there's going to be cheese on this pizza. These pizzas. These personal pan tortilla pizzas. Wow, I actually have like more cheese than space this time around, which is not common. And then we go blam wham. Wham wham wazzle. Right here. All right. Cheese. No, sauce. We gotta do sauce. Would you like to sauce yours first, or would you like me to sauce mine first? Okay. We make our own tomato sauce. But not like super fancy from scratch or anything. We just get fire roasted tomatoes in the can and some tomato paste and some herbs, and we just blend all that together real nice in our little like magic bullet style blender thing, and boom, we have a delicious red sauce that works on pizza, it works on pasta, it works on bread. Man, you could probably, if you were in a pinch, just like eat it. And you'd probably be just fine. That looks pretty tasty. You'll notice I like to leave a little bit of a crust, a quote-unquote crust, whereas the missus likes to just all the way to the edge. She likes to take it to the edge. She takes it to the limit. We're not using any home fancy shredded cheeses or anything because we don't have time. We work with what we have and what we can afford and what we have time to use, because ain't nothing cheap these days. And store brand is just as good as anything else. I grew up on it. Like everybody else. And I think I think I'm pretty happy. I think I'm gonna do one more little whomp, 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 whomp. And then I will hand that off to you. Yeah, that's fine. I can probably blur it if we have to. Don't worry too much about it. And then we like mushrooms, so we've got ourselves some shiitakes. We're just gonna throw a whole bunch of them bad mama jammas all over the place, really. Just everywhere. We have preheated our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Do you know what that is in Celsius? I don't either. Somebody can do that math. We don't have to. Not my job. I'm just cooking a tortilla pizza at home. So if you live in Europe or somewhere else that uses the metric system, good for you. It's honestly the better thing to do. But also, I don't have the time to remember that equation. And if you want to call me dumb for it, fair. Not going to argue. Are you doing math right now? 200 degrees Celsius-ish? 200-ish degrees Celsius, says Miss Can. With a lot of what? With a what? With a lot of hesitancy, they say. Don't quote them. You can quote me quoting them, because that's okay, because you're quoting me. And I quote them as saying, I am 100% confident that it's exactly 200 degrees Celsius. 400 degrees is exactly 200. I'm kidding, guys. She did quick math while she's putting olives on pizza, so don't judge either one of us, okay? And I'm taking, usually I just wham, but I'm taking my time for the sake of this. These are mine, right? Mine's the bigger pile. Okay. I think that's enough mushroom. I think I split it up pretty evenly. What, you got olive fingers? Gross. I think olives are gross, folks. You can hate me for it. I don't like olives. I don't like mashed potatoes. I don't like applesauce. Pickles of the dill variety? No, thank you. Could do without. Don't want it. There are just lots of things that everyone else thinks are just peachy keen that don't want. You can miss me with that ish. But then again, I also like stuff that a lot of other people don't like. Like, I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with it. Spam is fantastic. I think Spam is great. Are there any other weird things that I eat that you are off-put by? I know that there were some whenever we first started dating that you've, like... Deviled ham. Yes! Okay. There are few canned meats that the old tin can android will consume. Alright? And that is Spam. I will get down on some Spam. Salmon. Salmon. No, I'm just kidding. I would never say it that way. I hate when people say salmon. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Spam. Canned salmon. Deviled ham. Yes, please. Delicious. Love it. Put it on a cracker. Put it on some toast. Put it inside of me. I like deviled ham. Can't eat it very often. The old gallbladder, because for some inexplicable reason I do have human organs. The old gallbladder does not enjoy the saltiness of a good, delicious deviled ham and cracker treat. So I'm not allowed to have it anymore. I don't do it, and it makes me sad. Okay, we've got pepped. You've got your gross olives on there. I've got my mushrooms. I left you enough mushrooms, right? What are you putting on there? Basil? Ooh! And this is dried basil, so it's going to be a little bit of a different vibe than whenever we did the fresh the other day, right? I think I'll do the same thing. I like your little aeration method there with the... Ooh, just got some kind of on one spot. There we go. There we go. Mmm, very good, very good. That smells delicious. And feta, would you like to get yours first? Ma'am, Mrs., Madame? Ooh, that got warm right over there by the vent. Oops. I am ready. My body is ready for pizza. Some people would be like, you don't have anything green on there. And it's like, yeah, true, I don't. You do, I don't. But yours is olives. Is that really, like, green in the sense of, like, green? Or is it... It's the color green, but is it green food, if you know what I mean? Usually if we had kale or spinach, I'd throw a handful of kale on first, spinach after the fact. Sometimes I'll cook it on there. I do like a good handful of spinach on after the fact, though. But we do have some red lettuce, and I might throw some of that on that mofo, because I'm a fan of that little flavor profile also. Otherwise, I think that's good. I think we're ready to go into the oven. What would you say? I do believe we are ready to go into the oven. Alright, y'all, let's do it. Let's turn that oven light on. Let's go for it. Oh! We made some cheese bread off camera. Sue us. Okay, let's get this cut. Because we're kind of... Yes. Just to make it easy on ourselves, we cut our parchment. Whoop. Don't grab the blade. And we just do a little slider whiskey. Sorry. Any apologies. Would you like to hold that for me for a moment? Do the same thing with this bad one right here. Then we're going to grab this thing, drop that back in the oven, just to get it out of our way. We bring our pizzas back over here. We grab our cutter. I cut first, simply because I don't want any of that gross olive business on my pizza. I'm kidding, that wouldn't be that big a deal, but it's still gross and I don't like it. Now that you've seen how haphazardly I cut a pizza, you'll see how a professional does it. All done, huh? And that is how we make our personal pan tortilla pizzas at home. We actually haven't bought a pizza from a place in I don't know how long now. We do it occasionally, but it's rare. We used to do a pizza once a week, and now this is what we do for pizza once a week, and it's fantastic. And it's probably a little healthier because we know where most of this stuff is coming from. We made half of it ourselves, so it's fantastic. It's delicious. You can see. And look at that. Tasty. Yes. Fantastic. Pizza. Thank you so much. Pizza. Love pizza. Tasty pizza. Delicious.